I've been collecting vintage nightgowns, and I may have ended up collecting one of every single color. Today I'm going to show you my full collection and talk about each piece. They're mostly from the 50s to the late 60s, so I'm going to tell you all about vintage nightgowns and why peignoir sets from that era are just so special. My name's Elizabeth. I love all things vintage, beauty, history, lifestyle, fashion, music, and if you love those things too, then you'll love my channel, so make sure you subscribe. Alright, so first let me tell you a little bit about peignoir sets. Peignoir sets became very popular in the 1950s, especially during this post-war America. A peignoir set is usually a matching nightgown and a little robe that goes with it. The sets were meant to feel luxurious in your own home. This was very tied to mid-century femininity. Women weren't just sleeping in these, they were wearing them around the house. And during this time of women being housewives, they became very popular. They became especially popular in bridal trousseaux, and it was typical that a bride would receive several peignoir sets during her bridal shower. A lot of them were made from different materials such as nylon, chiffon, satin, and lace. They were all made of materials that looked very delicate and expensive, but they were actually part of this new wave of synthetic fabrics. And if you're wearing one, make sure you don't stand too close to a stove because a lot of these fabrics are actually highly flammable, which is a little scary. But in the 1950s, these were very soft, romantic, pastels, lace, ruffle, very floaty silhouettes. Sometimes when I'm wearing these in a video, someone will say, wow, that looks so itchy and uncomfortable. But I tell them you would actually be so surprised. The fabrics are really, really soft. And then when we go into the 60s and even the early 70s, these peignoir sets were still a thing, but the silhouettes and fabrics changed a lot. You start seeing more simple shapes, baby doll style, brighter colors, and you start to see more practical fabric like nylon tricot and permanent press cotton. I love that these were designed for the private life to be worn in the home, but they were still meant to be luxurious and beautiful. These seem like such a special rarity now, but at the time you could find them in just about every catalog and in every department store. The idea behind these wasn't just about comfort, it was also about presentation. Even getting ready for bed or lounging around the house was treated as a sort of performance. Actresses like Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor were frequently photographed in these flowy, beautiful peignoir sets. This gave these sets an almost cinematic, iconic identity that was associated with this old Hollywood glam. Even today, there is often recreations of peignoir sets, but they're not the same. A lot of them are not made to the same standard and they come across looking pretty cheap. They can be a little bit difficult to find, and when you do find them, and especially if they're in good quality and include the robe and the nightgown, they can be pretty expensive. I really wish I could go back in time in the 50s and just go shopping. So allow me to try these on for you, okay? I think we should go in rainbow order. So first up, we have probably the boldest color I own. It is a sheer nightgown with a beautiful robe that has these ruffle detailing, and it's got these polka dots. It reminds me of a little strawberry. It is so cute. The fabric is this really lightweight mesh. So this one does have a tag on it, and it is from the brand Lisette. Due to the detailing and the overall brighter color, I would say it's probably from the later 60s. This is my peach nightgown. It is from the brand Ravel of California. This one is probably from the later 50s. It has that beautiful layered chiffon look. I love that the outer chiffon layer is like this bright white, and the layer underneath is that peach color, and together it just creates this beautiful effect. This one feels very glamorous, getting ready at my vanity, beautiful old Hollywood. It is extremely soft, and the woman I bought this from, she washes them, and she does an amazing job at restoring these because it smells so good. I feel like this is probably one of the most classic and elegant ones in my collection. Next is yellow. I have this beautiful baby doll nightgown. This one is probably from the later 60s, possibly even early 70s. There's a significant difference in the fabric in this one compared to the other fabrics. The skirt is a cotton or cotton blend, and the bodice has this beautiful lace kind of fabric to it. I am obsessed with this. It has an empire waist with this little ribbon tie, which gives it that very vintage feel. I love the baby doll shape. It just really reminds me of the 1960s. This one's definitely a little bit more structured and more practical than my other ones, but overall I just love the baby doll look. I think it's perfect and it reminds me so much of the 60s. This is a mint green mid-century nightgown. I love this one. It's got both the nightgown and the robe on top of it. It's got beautiful lace detailing. This one is from the brand Shadowline, which is a brand that was very iconic and is still around today, although they don't make them like they used to. The fabric is a nylon tricot, which is super smooth and soft. This one I could totally see being at the time sort of an everyday nightgown. It's just so comfortable, beautiful, and soft. This color just really reminds me of the 1950s. I love the mint green. This one is a classic peignoir style. It's light blue. It's made of nylon chiffon and it has this beautiful daisy lace. This one's definitely one of my favorites. I love puff sleeves, so cute. And I love the chiffon feel to it. It's just so floaty and I feel like I could just fly around the house in this. Now I've got this purple lavender nightgown. This one is definitely from a bit later. I love the little daisy embroidery on it and the fabric is so soft, actually quite long. I think it's a bit more comfortable while still being so elegant. I think this one might be my true favorite. This is likely from the 50s to the early 60s. It's got both the gorgeous nightgown and the robe. I love the lace detailing and the baby doll sleeves. This one reminds me of a floating cotton candy cupcake. Obsessed with it. This one feels very bridal. It was probably included in a bridal trousseau. It's so special. I love this one. Last but not least, this one's a little bit different from my other ones. It's a soft pink shade. Might have faded a little bit over time. It's a little bit white now. It's likely mid-century, but it kind of has details based on older designs. This is another vintage 60s nightgown. I love the silhouette on this one. I think it's very different from the other ones that I have. The lacing and detail is so pretty, and I think that this one looks a lot, I don't want to say older, but I think that the style in this one looks a bit older and more sophisticated. This one kind of reminds me of like a Victorian or Edwardian nightgown. So to me, this one feels like older than the 60s, but I think that it was just kind of replicating some of those styles. I really hope you enjoyed seeing my collection. I was so excited to have a complete rainbow. I knew I had to make a collection video. Every time I see one online, I just want to buy it. I just think they're so pretty. My name's Elizabeth, and if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Let me know which piece was your favorite, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!